Schools presents the CCTV Game of the Week. Tonight's game features the South Salem Saxons and the Sprague Olympians. Hello, everybody. I'm John Piper. We're at Sprague High School tonight for Valley League boys basketball. As the Valley League season winds to a close, join me tonight, Jeff Sugarman. And Jeff, only 3 more ball games left. This is a must-win situation for these two teams.
That's right. Sprague, it's its last home game tonight. They have a 1-game lead in league over South Salem. Then they go on the road for their last 2 games. For South Salem, their last 2 games are at home. They've got to win tonight, get back into the playoff hunt here and tie for 4th place. So should be a very exciting game tonight.
All right, we're looking forward to a good ball game. Glad you could join us on Capital Community Television. We'll be back right after these messages from our sponsors. Support for tonight's program is provided by South Salem Pizza Hut on Commercial Street Southeast. Pizza Hut, making it great again and again. By G.I. Joe's. G.I. Joe's, the sports and auto store with 2 convenient locations in Salem. Seize a weekend at G.I. Joe's. By Chemeketa Community College. Chemeketa offers a first-class education close to home. For any career goal, get your start at Chemeketa. And by Portland General Electric. PGE, the power to make a difference. At this time, would you please stand for the national anthem? Choir members Whitney Vaughn and Christy Van Rover. you could join us on Capital Community Television. John Piper along with Jeff Sugarman. The Valley League season coming to a close, and Jeff, this is definitely the most exciting time for high school basketball.
Well, this is what these kids play for all year long. South Salem, Sprague comes into this game with a 1-game lead over South Salem in league play. They've got 3 games left, so it's a must-win situation for both teams. The crowd here is very excited. They're very noisy, and this is why we come and watch high school basketball games.
The other factor, of course, this is for bragging rights here in the south end of Salem. The Sprague Olympians and the South Salem Saxons, both from the south end of town. Getting ready to jump it up. Maston controls the tip. Adam Maston has signed a letter of intent to play basketball at Oregon State University next year. He is the key to this Sprague Olympian team, and South Salem's chances really depend on how well they do with Maston.
Man-to-man defense to start off the game for South Salem.
Adam Maston, number 32. 6'5" point guard. Yeah, he can do it all. Ball knocked out of bounds. It will remain with the Sprague Olympians.
Good defense by South Salem to start the game. Very active. Well, if Maston can shoot foul shots, they really need him down at Oregon State next year.
Nice play. All alone was Tim Cronin, and Adam Maston pulled the trigger. The South Salem Saxons led by Chris Harris, number 50. But they turn it over, and Maston comes up with a basketball. Maston with the jumper will not stay. Rebounded by Chris Harris.
Jesse DeFries has the job of guarding Maston tonight.
Dusick, what a tough try, puts it in with the left hand, goes to the floor, but no call.
Well, he made the big play there, was getting good position, and he was able to knife through 2 defenders for a tough layup.
Sprague Olympians, a very inexperienced team at the start of this season. Adam Maston really one of only a couple of experienced players, Joe Milton being another. But they've got a lot of good minutes out of Kyle Grove, number 44, a sophomore.
That's Grove with the ball now.
Grove takes it to the basket. Kyle Grove, a very bright future here at Sprague High School.
Well, I like how he switched the ball to his left hand to get free of the defender that time.
Nice pass inside. Dusick can't hang on to it. 5 minutes, 39 seconds to go. Sprague 4, South Salem 2. Maston is fouled. Jess DeFries picks up the foul.
He also picked up a little elbow in the lip that time, too. DeFries looks to be about, 5-6 inches shorter than Maston.
Sprague, a very patient team, and a nice pass again. Cronin broke loose, and the Saxons are paying a little bit too much attention to Adam Maston and the other guys getting open, and Maston's such a great passer.
Well, the defender that time had his back to Maston, and we were just watching his player and not aware of where the basketball was at.
Milton picks up the foul. The Sprague Olympians with a 4-point lead, 5 minutes, 13 seconds to go. First quarter, you're watching the game of the week on Capital Community Television in Salem. Harris with a nice move, gets it to go off the glass, and he's fouled.
Good body control by Harris that time after he got pushed from behind, or actually tripped over the feet of the Sprague player.
One shot for Chris Harris. Chance to bring the Saxons to within one here in the early going first quarter. A 1-point ball game, 5 minutes, 5 seconds to go. Sprague 6, South Salem 5. Maston bringing the ball up court for the Olympians. He's bumped by Jaron Jones.
Well, it looks like early on here the refs are going to call this game pretty tightly. Three touch fouls that we've had already. Each team with 2 team fouls.
Ball stolen almost by Sasser. Maston for 3. Off the back iron. Rebound pulled down by Grove. Shot is blocked by Gusick, but he's going to be called for the foul.
Well, a great rebound that time by Kyle Grove, and he took the ball strong to the basket again. And we've got a replay of that play right here. Here's Maston's shot from way outside. Long rebound. Grove with the good athletic move to get the rebound and a strong move inside. Looked like a good block, but ref called him a little bit with the body.
It's going to be interesting to see how many players we have left at this rate. Grove with 1 for 2, a 2-point margin, 4 minutes, 36 seconds to go. Sprague on top, 7-5. Important ball game in the Valley League standings. These teams contending for that 4th playoff spot along with South Albany. Sasser with a nice move, unable to get it to go down. Rebounded by Cronin. Maston with the jumper off the iron. Jones with the rebound. Out ahead to DeFries. DeFries pulls up.
Good pull up that time by DeFries. He didn't have any place to go to the basket that time and just pulled up and hit the little 10-foot jump shot.
Tied up, 3 minutes, 47 seconds to go. Sprague 7, South Salem 7. Sprague Olympians slowing things down. Milton. And a foul called on Sasser.
Well, we're seeing a lot of hand slapping out there, and I think that's part of Sprague's strategy with that slowdown game. They certainly want to go to the foul line. They want to control the tempo of the game, and if they can get South Salem into foul trouble, that's sure going to help them a lot.
Ball goes out of bounds off Milton's hands. South Salem will take possession. The Saxons, though, with 4 team fouls already. Sprague with 2. And the officials calling the game very closely. Sasser off the iron. Maston controlling the tempo for the Sprague Olympians. Cronin with a nice pass to Grove. He's called for traveling.
Well, that slowdown offense of Sprague actually is working very well right now. They're getting into the lane. They're getting nice wide open layups. So the strategy is working well for them, and expect them to stay with that slowdown game.
Tied up at 7 apiece. 2 minutes, 27 seconds to go, first quarter. Jones will not go. Rebound by Maston. Maston, sweet move.
You know, Maston's left-handed, and he likes to go that to the left side. That was an excellent move, an excellent ball fake there to free himself up.
DeFreeze. Jess DeFreeze ties up our ball game. Actually, they've got South Salem up by 1 here. Count that as a three-pointer.
There's a great rebound by Maston.
Maston keeps it alive, comes back, can't get it to go, rebounded by Harris.
I think he wanted a foul there, but a good individual effort to get that first rebound.
DeFreeze was open. Harris decides to take it to the basket. He's fouled by number 40, Chad Murphy.
They actually called that one on Grove.
Second foul on Grove, and that's going to hurt the Sprague Olympians. Coming into the ball game, number 20 is Ryan Peterson for the Sprague Olympians. Peterson, also a sophomore and a very fine-looking young player.
Grove's still in the ball game right now, even with those two fouls.
Harris.
A little defensive letdown that time by Sprague.
Peterson strong to the hoop, count the basket. No.
Well, that's a tough break for Peterson. Comes into the ball game, gets a chance to make and we'll take a look at that. Gets a chance to make a big, strong drive to the hoop and called for an offensive foul. There's Peterson at the foul line there. Good, strong move. They are calling it close.
Mitch Bousquet into the ball game for the Saxons. A 5-point lead for South Salem, 14-9 with 15 seconds to go.
Right now, South Salem playing very tough inside. Nice backdoor cut.
Joe Milton with a pass from Adam Maston. Jones pulls up, in and out. Our score after 1 quarter, the South Salem Saxons 14, the Sprague Olympians 11. Adam Maston having to do it all for the Sprague Olympians. They really need somebody else to step up here.
They're the kind of team that reminds you of a Princeton's type style ball club where they're backdoor cutting a lot, they're setting picks off the ball, they're trying to free guys up away from the ball for a layup. Maston, because he's so tall at the point guard, has a very easy time seeing over the defense and picking those guys out. We saw him make 3 excellent passes there in the first half for easy layups for his ball club. Now let's take a look at that last 2 for Sprague. There's the fake and the backdoor cut, and Maston able to go right over the top of DeFreeze, and the easy layup to pull them within 3 points at the end of 1 quarter.
Glad you could join us on Capital Community Television. John Piper and Jeff Sugarman at Sprague High School tonight as the Valley League basketball season winds to a close. Also wrestling coming to a close for the Valley League teams, and Capital Community Television will be covering the finals of the Valley League wrestling tournament, so be sure to watch for that wrestling. A lot of fun when they get down to the last few seconds, and anything can happen.
Well, South Salem did a great job in that first quarter of controlling the boards, playing good, solid defense, and using the three-point shot effectively.
Bousquet with the spin move. He's fouled. He'll go to the line.
You know, height-wise, well, we'll take a look at that big move by Bousquet that time. There's Bousquet on the spin and up strong, drawing the foul. Team's pretty evenly matched in height, but South Salem seems to be a little bulkier down, a little stronger down low, and able to move some of these Sprague players around a little bit, and that could be telling as we get down toward the end of this ball game.
Bousquet 1 for 2. A steal by South Salem, and Milton called for the foul. Andrew Knight into the ball game for South Salem, number 30.
Well, frustration foul on Milton that time. Lost the ball down in the corner there, and a silly foul trying to get it back.
Turnover as Maston comes up with a basketball. Maston with a jumper.
Well, Maston can get that shot right now anytime he wants. He's much bigger than any of the South Salem defenders on him, and he's got great ball control and great moves.
Maston guarding Chris Harris down low. DeFries. Jess DeFries, what a nice looking shot.
That's 2 3-pointers for DeFries, and looks like he's feeling it tonight.
Pass a little bit too high for Peterson to handle. Number 10 into the ball game, and we don't have a 10 on our roster here.
I think that's Jason. Yep.
We'll try to find out who that is at halftime.
He looks young.
So we might be able to ask Jerry Gilman here from KBZY Radio.
Well, there's another foul on Sprague, and I think that's going to put them over the limit. So South Salem is going to be shooting the 1-and-1 the rest of the way. Busquet back to the line for the 1-and-1. He was 1 of 2 his last trip there. Makes the all-important front end of that 1-and-1. Pushes the lead to 19-13. South Salem's biggest lead of the ball game. Maston bringing the ball across the timeline.
Good tough defense by the Saxons.
Maston again, though, showing some great athletic ability there.
Maston with a turnaround jumper off the iron this time. Swancutt comes up with a rebound. Over the back call goes against Peterson.
Yeah, let's look at that play. Swancutt got grabbed down low, but I think the refs were screened off. There's Matson a little bit out of control on that shot that time. There's Swancutt reaching in to get that ball. And look how he's got him on the arm there. Looked like one of those wrestling moves you were just talking about there, John. And then the foul on Sprague over the back. So we come back the other way. And Greg Sasser at the line for the 1-and-1.
Mark Jackson, number 32, just came in for the Saxons. South Salem using a lot of players tonight. Traveling the call. And number 10 is David Garlick for the Sprague Olympians. We just got that information from our good friends at KBZY Radio.
Maston and Dusick going at it down in the blocks.
Foul goes against Mitch Busquet of the Saxons.
And they called him for throwing the elbow.
Adam Maston having to do it all as he usually does this year for the Sprague Olympians, running the point position and then down in the post there on defense. Nice pass to Cronin.
That's the third time that he's been able to find Cronin on a backdoor cut.
Tim Cronin, an outstanding running back for the Sprague Olympian football team. He's got that backdoor cut down. Dusick with a nice move to the hoop. We've got a couple of running backs out here. Greg Sasser, running back for South Salem, and Tim Cronin for the Sprague Olympians. Maston with a hop, step.
That's a big-time move. I wouldn't be surprised to see him getting a lot of minutes next year for Oregon State.
Pass inside to Dusick. Dusick tries to get it up. Ball goes out of bounds off of Maston. Chad Murphy, number 40, back in for Sprague. Coming in for South Salem, Chris Harris, number 50, and Jess DeFries. DeFries with a couple of three-pointers.
Matson's got a beef there. He went up and got that rebound and was swatted out off his hand from behind, and they're going to give the ball back to South Salem.
Dusick with good inside position. Gets the basket. He'll go to the line as Swancutt was right behind him.
Let's take a look at that. And this is the second time now that Sprague has allowed an easy basket on the inbounds and just completely sealed Swancutt off that time. Dusick with the big play down there.
Dusick has been a major contributor for the Saxons so far tonight.
Well, that's again where not so much the size, the height size, but the physical size of South Salem coming into play. He was just able to body his way in and get position down low, and after that it was an easy hoop, and now a chance for the three-point play.
South Salem's free throw shooting has not exactly been stellar tonight. As we mentioned, the Sprague Olympians, not a whole lot of experience. Swancutt, only a freshman. Sasser going up against Maston. Maston with a pull-up, banks it off the glass. Foul coming before the shot.
Well, South Salem needs to take the left-hand drive away from Maston if they want to stop him at all. Virtually every time he's gotten into the lane or gotten open for a shot, he's been going to the left side. And I'm surprised that they're not really overplaying him and trying to force him to the right side.
Back in the ballgame for South Salem, number 20, Jaron Jones. Jones knocked the ball away, but it went out of bounds off Andrew Knight, his teammate. 3 minutes, 53 seconds to go. Our score is South Salem 23, the Sprague Olympians 17. Valley League basketball on Capital Community Television in Salem. Sprague Olympians is a very patient team, and sometimes that's not a good thing when you're behind.
Well, you know their goal is to get a layup every time. With this kind of offense, it doesn't make any sense to wait this long and settle for a 15-footer unless it's Matson.
Shot off the mark. He gets his own rebound. DeFries called for the foul. Second foul on DeFries. That's the 7th team foul, so a 1-and-1 opportunity for Adam Maston. Coming back in the ball game, number 44 is Kyle Grove, who picked up a couple of fouls.
I'm a little surprised to see Grove back into the ball game. You know he's a key player. If he picks up that 3rd foul, he's definitely going to be limited in what he can do in the second half. It's a 6-point game right now with Maston at the line shooting the 1-and-1. It's a close game right now, so I'm a little surprised to see him back in this early.
Coming into the ball game for South Salem, number 40 is Brandon Drake. We've had the opportunity here on Capital Community Television to watch Adam Maston for the last 4 years, and it has been wonderful to watch his development. Started his career as a freshman at McKay High School, where his dad was a coach, and then when his dad moved to Sprague High School, he came over here. A 4-point ball game. South Salem on top. Stolen by Maston.
Great footwork to jump around the offensive player there and make that steal.
Maston throws it up with his right hand, gets his own rebound, puts it back in off the glass.
Well, South Salem did the right thing. They forced him right, and he missed the layup. Of course, he's such a good athlete. He got his own rebound and put it back in, but that's what they need to do.
Drake with the shot off the iron. Maston with the rebound. Brandon Drake drawing the assignment on Maston. South Salem has been rotating players in and out, trying to slow down Adam. A 2-point ball game, 1 minute 53 seconds to go, first half. South Salem on top, 23-21.
Good patience by Sprague.
Ball hits the basket, goes out of bounds. And Sprague with a lucky break on that one.
Well, I think what happened there was Jones swatted at that rebound and knocked it out of the hands of the South Salem player, and it went right off his head and out of bounds.
Tim Cronin back in for the South Salem Saxons, replacing Peterson. Murphy was way off the mark, but right in position was Joe Milton with the putback. Tied up, 23 apiece, 1 minute 17 seconds to go.
Well, nobody got a body on Milton, and he was wide open on the offside of the basket there.
Inside to Dusick. Dusick comes out the other way. Can't get it to go. Grove with the rebound. Dusick not quite enough muscle on that shot. Timeout, Sprague. Our score with 52 seconds to go is South Salem 23, Sprague 23. A low-scoring first half, but then we really expected that from the Sprague Olympians.
Well, Sprague's done a good job when they got down by 6 points there of staying within their offense and within their capabilities, and they got a couple of easy baskets and got themselves right back into the ballgame. South
Salem led 14-11 at the end of the first quarter. We're tied up with 52 seconds to go. Sprague looking for that last shot. And Adam Maston, the man to look for. Not only a great shooter, but as we've seen tonight, an outstanding passer. He can rebound, he can play defense. And he's in pretty good physical condition. He's been in the whole ball game.
Well, it's his last home game as a senior here. So it's a big night for these guys.
Turnover for the Sprague Olympians, one of the few mistakes by Maston.
And that's a turnover that hurts because now they give South Salem a chance to get the last shot. We'll see if they wait that long.
Jones with the basketball, guarded by Joe Milton. Brandon Drake for three, in and out, and Grove comes up with a rebound. At halftime, our score, South Salem 23 and the Sprague Olympians 23. We expected a close ball game tonight as these two teams battling for that fourth playoff spot in the Valley League, and we've got it so far. For the Sprague Olympians, it's been Adam Maston, a little bit more balanced perhaps for the South Salem Saxons. We're going to be back right after these messages from our sponsors. Support for tonight's program is provided by South Salem Pizza Hut on Commercial Street Southeast. Pizza Hut, making it great again and again. By G.I. Joe's. G.I. Joe's, the sports and auto store with 2 convenient locations in Salem. Seize a weekend at G.I. Joe's. By Chemeketa Community College. Chemeketa offers a first-class education close to home. For any career goal, get your start at Chemeketa. And by Portland General Electric. PGE, the power to make a difference. We're back at Sprague High School. It's halftime. We're all tied up, 23-23. Jeff, your thoughts on that first half?
Well, as you might expect, Adam Matson led the way with 10 points for Sprague. But he shot 4 of 9 in the game, but he showed great athleticism. He showed a great ability to pass the ball. He's a strong rebounder. This kid's a big-time player. But he got some big help, and I think that's important to mention tonight that 2 of the other fellas on the team, Cronin and Milton, Cronin was 3 of 3 in that first half for 6 points, Milton 2 of 2, and I think what's important there is that this is a team that really understands their roles, that they know Matson's their big gun, but they stay within that offense, and they make sure that they take good shots, and that's why this team is in 4th place in league when really skill-wise and age and experience-wise, they probably shouldn't be there. And I think let's take a look at Matson on one of his many great moves there. The crossover dribble goes with the right hand, misses the layup off the side of the rim, but look at him explode up there for that rebound. A couple of head fakes, and he goes up strong for the left-handed layup. And that was the only time in the first half, too, that South Salem really forced him to go to the right side, and he missed that layup. And I think you're going to see them try and really force him to go right in the second half. For the South Salem Saxons, they need to get more scoring out of Chris Harris, their leading scorer. Yeah, Harris had 5 points in the first half. Dusick had 6. Just DeFries had a big first half with 8 points, but he only took 3 shots. He made 2 3-pointers, and he made a 2-point hoop. So I think you'll see him try and get DeFries freed up for a few more shots in the second half, and Harris really needs to respond if this team is going to go to the playoffs this year. Glad you could join us once again on Capital Community Television as the Valley League season comes to a close. We've had a very exciting season, and of course, big ball game next week with McNary going over to North Salem on Tuesday night, and Capital Community Television has added that ball game to our schedule, so be sure to watch for that one. That is going to be an exciting contest. A little bonus coverage for CCTV. Bonus coverage, Channel 27, that's where it's at. And Adam Maston has played the entire ball game. Well, I think it'd take an earthquake for him to be out of this ball game tonight. Yes, chances are he's going to be out there on the floor the entire game. Offensive foul on Milton that time. A good try, though, right off the inbounds play from midcourt there. Milton gives him a little shove, breaks back door to the hoop. He was wide open, but the referee caught him. Inside to Harris. Harris manages somehow to get the ball up and down. Full court pressure by the Saxons. Kyle Grove pulls up for the jumper. Off the iron. Cronin with the putback. Well, that's a rare fast break that time by Sprague, and they took advantage of it. Good job by Cronin on the putback. Just DeFries all alone over on the far side of the court. Inside to Harris. Harris misses the shot, gets his own rebound, throws up a prayer. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. And that might be on Kyle Grove. We can tell that they really want to push the ball inside, and they waited and waited and waited till they got the pass to Harris. But I think you'll see DeFries was wide open on the offside, and let's take a look at this play right now. There's Harris going up for the layup. A little bit too strong. Good hustle. Gets it back. Gets hammered on the side of the head.
The foul was against Murphy, so Grove escapes picking up his third foul.
Harris has 3.5 now and give him 8 for the ball game.
Two free throws for Chris Harris give the Saxons a 2-point lead. 7 minutes, 4 seconds to go, third period. South Salem 27, Sprague 25. Greg Sasser trying to guard Adam Maston.
I'm a little surprised they've been man-to-man this whole game here. It might make sense for them at some point today to go into a zone and make Sprague beat him from the outside.
Joe Milton with the pass from Murphy.
Good backdoor cut and a great read by Murphy to find him open there.
DeFries over to Dusick. Dusick loses the basketball. Maston comes up with it. All tied up again at 27. 6 minutes, 5 seconds to go, third period. Maston runs over to Freeze. Maston back out to Grove. Kyle Grove.
5 for Grove in the game. Great patience that time by Sprague. Just waited and waited till they got an open shot.
South Salem playing the patient game as well. Across court to DeFries for 3. Off the iron this time. Rebound by Cronin. Murphy back out to Maston. 3-pointer.
That's awful close to an NBA 3 right there, and he made it look easy.
And the Sprague Olympians with a 5-point lead. Sprague 32, South Salem 27, 4 minutes 32 seconds to go. Sprague coming out in this third quarter. Murphy called for the blocking foul.
Well, 4 different guys have scored for Sprague in this half, and that makes all the difference in the world when they spread that offense around and they can't focus in on Matson entirely.
Dusick, little jump hook. The Saxons within 3, but a nice play. A drive to the bucket by Chad Murphy. And that's so important, as you said, Jeff. Somebody else other than Maston scoring the basketball.
And that's all 5 of their starters in this half have gotten a hoop now.
Tough try by DeFries.
Well, DeFries did a great job of hanging in the air until he cleared the defender and buried that little jump shot.
Blocking foul goes against Dusick.
Tough call against Dusick that time. It looked like Maston ran him right over, and we'll take a look at it in just a second here.
DeFries charged for the foul on Maston.
Well, here's Maston. And Dusick looked like he had pretty good position there.
Lob to Grove. Second time this year I've seen that play, and it's worked both times. As Grove able to catch the ball, shoot it in the air.
Well, once again, South Salem put in a short guy on Maston as Grove picks up his third foul. And so Maston's just able to see over the top and find anybody who's open. Especially on that inbounds play under their own basket, they've got to be putting somebody bigger on Maston.
Into the ball game, number 30 for South Salem is Andrew Knight. Grove has to come out of the ball game, and Swancutt comes in.
Yeah, and I think that's going to hurt South Salem with DeFries picking up his third foul this early in the second half there.
Ryan Peterson came in for Sprague, and Mitch Bousquet in for South Salem. Chris Harris on the bench for the Saxons.
It's like a little disagreement over who that foul was on. Refs trying to straighten that out.
Foul was on Kyle Grove. Dusick with the first free throw brings the Saxons to within 4. Couple of free throws by Greg Dusick. A 3-point ball game. Sprague 36, South Salem 33 with 3 minutes, 6 seconds to go. Maston trapped, manages to get out of it. Long pass ahead to Cronin, touch pass, and the basket over to Kyle Peterson.
Well, when you play that slow down game and all of a sudden progress the ball up court quickly, you can get those easy layups.
Correction, that was Ryan Peterson with the basket. Bousquet, nice move and a hoop. Mitch Bousquet, another one of those Saxon football players with some nice moves around the basket. Peterson will not stay. Swancutt managed to come up with a basketball, and he's fouled by Bousquet.
Well, a little bit out of character for Sprague here in their last home game as they take a 3-point lead with a couple of fast breaks here.
Timeout with 2 minutes, 31 seconds to go. Our score is Sprague 38, South Salem 35.
Okay, let's take a look at this last fast break basket. There's Maston with the basketball. Looks like he's going to slow it up, but suddenly cross-court pass all the way down. Cronin with a nice touch pass. And the wide open easy layup for Peterson.
Beautiful exhibition of passing by Adam Maston.
Well, 6 players have scored in this half already for Sprague, and that's more than had scored at least 2 points in the first half. So they're really distributing the ball well, really playing that team basketball. And once again, I'm reminded of a Princeton-type team here.
Maston with a hop and the jumper.
Maston strong into the lane that time.
Five-point lead for the Olympians. 2 minutes, 2 seconds to go, third quarter. The Saxons really need to get some scoring out of Jaron Jones. Bousquet is called for the foul.
Let's see if we can take a look at what created that foul there. Look down under the basket, little bodying going on. There's a nice elbow right there, and I think you got to say that's a good call by the ref there. He definitely pushed him off with his arm.
Adam Maston taking over this basketball game.
Give him 17 in the ball game.
Harris is fouled by Peterson. Should be a two-shot opportunity.
Well, South Salem needs to regain a little bit of composure here. They've kind of lost their heads a little bit on these last couple of plays here. And let's take a look at Maston's last drive along the baseline here. There's the hop step, little head fake, little fade away, uses that body well to keep the defender off of him, and a nice touch on the jump shot from the baseline.
Chris Harris with 2 shots.
Harris now with 10 in the game, 5 in each half.
One for 2. Maston with another rebound. Foul called on Brandon Drake.
Well, it's pretty clear that South Salem doesn't have one player that's going to be able to stay with Maston. So I'm surprised that they haven't tried some kind of zone defense or junk defense, maybe a box and 1 or a diamond and 2. Anything to keep Maston from just taking the ball and driving to the basket at will, which is what's happening right now.
Nice pass inside to Milton. A collision underneath, and the foul will go against Andrew Knight. The frustration level rising for the South Salem Saxons.
Well, like I just said, I mean, they're not able to stop Maston. They've made a couple of bad fouls or aggressive fouls that have really cost them, and they seem to have lost their composure just a little bit here right now. So it might not be a bad idea for a timeout, even though there's only 1:02 left in the quarter. They're down 6, and
another foul. Sasser will be charged with the violation this time.
And he's shaking his head. Yeah, he knows that was a foul that time. He was guarding Cronin. Cronin got a pick on the inbounds play, and Sasser knew he was beat, so he just grabbed him and held him back.
That's the 7th team foul. That'll be a 1-on-1 opportunity. And Joe Milton will be at the free throw line.
Milton's got 6 in the game right now. It's his first trip to the foul line.
Joe Milton, a very quiet basketball player most of the time, and then all of a sudden he surprises you. But always a strong defensive player.
Well, as we said at halftime, this is a team that really knows their roles well, and they've definitely sacrificed their own stats and scoring abilities for the team. And that's the mark of a well-coached team.
Swancutt charged for the foul. I think it was really on Cronin, but they give it to the younger player. Chris Harris. Harris is really going to have to step up if the Saxons are to have any chance here tonight.
Well, he's got 7 in the quarter now, so he's responded in the first 8 minutes of the second half here.
Brandon Drake picks up another foul. And boy, that's the last guy you want to foul. Eighth team foul already for the South Salem Saxons.
Maston with 8 in the quarter and 18 in the ball game.
Sprague Olympians with an 8-point lead, 22 seconds to go in the third quarter. The teams were tied at halftime, 23 apiece. The third quarter really belongs to Sprague.
They're looking for Harris.
Drake for 3, misses. Jump ball. Basketball belongs to South Salem.
Well, Drake just got creamed after he took that 3-point shot, but no call.
Five seconds, Dusick. Greg Dusick somehow manages to put that one in the bucket as the third quarter comes to a close. Our score after 3, Sprague 46 and South Salem 40.
Well, that's the definition of shooting from the hip. Dusick just, let's take a look at it. Watch Dusick pull this one out of his hip pocket here. Good move to get free there. One dribble and then they collapse on him. And there it is. Almost lost the ball. Fading away. And nothing but the bottom of the net.
He'll probably tell you he planned it that way. 8 more minutes of basketball to go. The Sprague Olympians trying to hang on here. They lead by 6 after 3 quarters over the South Salem Saxons. Both these teams battling for that 4th and final playoff spot in the Valley League. But Adam Maston really stepped up his game there in that third quarter.
Maston had 9 points in the quarter. He's got 19 in the game. Let's take a look at his last drive to the hoop here. Nice, that big jump step to get into the lane, and no way to stop him on that.
But I, too, am surprised that South Salem hasn't tried something a little bit differently defensively against Maston. Although he is such a great passer, that might be their concern.
Well, but their offense, Sprague's offense, is geared for the backdoor layups or the Maston drives into the lane. And if you take that away by packing your defense into the lane, then you're going to make them beat you from the outside. And Maston has proved he can shoot from the outside, but maybe a box and one with one guy just chasing Maston, and as soon as he starts moving to the hoop, everybody collapses on him. He may find some guys open for layups underneath, but
not sure what the discussion is right now, but the start of the fourth quarter has been delayed. Adam Maston is a good 3-point shooter. He's made 19 3-pointers this season. Coming into tonight's ball game, averaging about 18 points per ball game, but much more than just a shooter.
Oh, he's got everything. He's got all the skills. And right now, I saw at the end of the third quarter there, he switched over onto Harris too. So you may see him even guard the other team's top scorer in the last 8 minutes of this ball game.
Grove, number 44, back in the ball game for the Sprague Olympians, picked up 3 fouls and had to spend some time on the bench. Maston trapped, but manages to get the ball out as he split the defenders.
Just so smooth.
The Sprague Olympians have already used up a minute of the fourth quarter without putting up a shot, and when the Saxons are down by 6 points, they've got to be concerned about the time ticking off the clock.
Well, and I'm sure Sprague wouldn't mind if they played this whole fourth quarter without a shot.
Maston with the jumper.
You know, he has that ability to hang in the air and to change his shot in midair and to shoot when he's not exactly square to the basket. And I don't think that's a skill you can teach. That's nature.
He has that ability to recognize where the basket is when he's maybe a little bit out of position. Harris with a wild shot. Dusick lets the ball go right through his hands.
Well, I think
Peterson puts up the shot. And Cronin came up with a basketball, couldn't get it to go back in. Might have been better off to throw it back out top.
that last rebound that Dusick mixed, the ball actually went over the rim and hit the bottom of the backboard and just kind of popped over his hands there. Tough play for Dusick.
Timeout with 5 minutes, 52 seconds to go. Our score, Sprague 48, South Salem 40. And the Sprague Olympians are 9-6 in league play and battling for that fourth and final playoff spot.
Well, they're one game ahead of South Salem and South Albany right now. And if I remember correctly, they've got Lebanon and Crescent Valley to finish off their season, if I'm not mistaken. And both those games are on the road, so this is a big win for them tonight.
The top team in the league, of course, the North Salem Vikings with a 13-2 record, followed by Crescent Valley and McNary tied at 12-3. And once again, CCTV will be at North Salem High School next Tuesday for the big showdown between the Vikings and the Celtics. Harris with a nice move, count the basket. He's fouled. Chris Harris. Let's take a look at that.
Harris really stepping it up here in the second half. And nice play there to get him free in the lane, and a good strong move to the hoop. Not a whole lot that Peterson could do. Definitely overmatched when he's on Harris there. Harris now with 10 in the second half and 15 in the ball game.
A 5-point lead for the Sprague Olympians. 5 minutes, 26 seconds to go. DeFries almost comes up with a steal. Milton. Oh, my.
That's a beautiful move.
Joe Milton can surprise you. Jones throws the basketball away.
That ball was tipped by Sprague, so it's going to be South Salem's basketball.
Jones has been very quiet tonight, and he can score the basketball. I'm a little surprised he hasn't taken more shots.
Well, I want to see that move by Milton again if we can get it on there, because I want to see if he traveled or if that was as great a move as we thought.
DeFries for three.
DeFries with his third three-pointer of the ball game. And we're back to a 4-point game.
Four minutes, 24 seconds to go. South Salem trailing by 4. Grove with a nice move. Kyle Grove picks up the foul. I think that's number 4 on Grove.
That is 4 on Grove, if it is indeed his. Okay, let's take a look. Let's see if Milton made a great move or if he traveled here. Well, maybe we don't have that one. We'll try and get back that one in a minute here. As Harris goes to the foul line.
Harris misses the first. The Sprague Olympians with 10 team fouls, so every foul now will be 2 shots for the Saxons.
Well, that's Harris's first miss from the foul line. Both teams have shot exceptionally well from the foul line tonight.
5-point lead for the Olympians with 4 minutes to go. Milton with another drive, another basket. And Joe Milton did the same thing against the McNary Celtics when we had their game on the Game of the Week, and South Salem turns it over.
Jaron Jones was ready to receive the inbound pass as the ball was coming to him. He looked up and see if anybody down court was going to be open, and the ball just trickled off his fingers and out of bounds. A big turnover. All right, let's look at Milton's last drive here. Taking advantage, taking it to the line, to the lane. Look at the big hop there. Well, I'll tell you, he didn't come down with both feet at the same time. They came down in sequence. That's a travel. That's a travel. But he got away with it, and I'll tell you, playing with Maston day in and day out has got to make these guys improve. And here's the first drive here. And see, that time both feet came down together. I say that's a good hoop right there.
We watched the Sprague Olympians play McNary earlier in the season, and in that fourth quarter, Joe Milton came up with 2 big drives in that ball game, and he's doing the same thing. I guess he's a prime time player, huh?
Well, he's got 12 points in the ball game, and you know, he looks like one of those players who's not afraid to take the ball hard to the hoop, and at the end of the game, that's what you want in the guys who are handling the basketball, because if they're not going to make that shot, then at least they're going to get fouled and go to the line.
3 minutes, 51 seconds to go. Sprague 54, South Salem 47. You're watching the Game of the Week on Capital Community Television in Salem. And some more confusion here now. Not exactly sure what the situation is, but the officials have called together Coach Steve Maston of Sprague and Coach Barry Adams of South Salem. And we don't have a microphone on those folks, so we're not sure exactly what's happening. Still not sure what's going on. But the Sprague Olympians have certainly risen to the occasion here in this second half. Every time South Salem has tried to make a comeback, the Sprague Olympians have come up with a big play, a couple of times with Joe Milton driving to the hoop. Murphy stepped out of bounds as the pass a little bit too long from Maston.
And Maston with only his 3rd turnover of the game, which is pretty impressive considering how much he's handled the ball in this game.
Cross-court pass stolen by Murphy. Charged with the offensive foul as the 2 football players go head-to-head.
Well, I think they just got their feet tangled up that time, and Cronin didn't have any place to go. And ended up kind of falling over his own feet and knocking down the South Salem player.
South Salem really has to start capitalizing on these opportunities. Dusick gets it to Harris, back out to DeFries. Off the iron this time, Maston with a big rebound.
Well, not only did he get a good rebound there, but he did a great job of boxing Harris out on the boards that time.
Wide open is Murphy. DeFries with a jumper. A 7-point margin, 2 minutes, 21 seconds to go. Ball goes out of bounds. Maston looking for the foul.
Well, he's a little tired right now, too.
DeFries with another jumper off the iron this time, but he was fouled, and DeFries has really been keeping the Saxons in this ball game.
Here's that last play where Maston double teamed. He gets pushed a little bit there, regains his balance. Yeah, if they didn't call that first little push there, I don't see much of a foul on the bad pass. I think part of it is just fatigue and maybe a little frustration too.
Back into the ball game for Sprague, number 44, Kyle Grove, number 20, Ryan Peterson. And DeFries missed his first free throw. One for two at the line for DeFries. It's a 6-point ball game. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go. And the ball in the hands of Adam Maston. Peterson is fouled by Harris.
Well, we're under 2 minutes to go, a 6-point lead. I think you're going to start seeing South Salem sending some of these Sprague players to the line. Obviously, they don't want to put Maston there. But beyond that, they probably feel like their chances are pretty good.
Ryan Peterson, a sophomore on the Sprague Olympian team.
Although now Sprague will be in the double bonus the rest of the way. Actually, both teams in the double bonus the rest of the way.
Peterson with 1 for 2. And Adam Maston pestering Dusick. Dusick loses the basketball out of bounds.
Let's take a look at that play. Maston gets that long arm on the ball, chasing after it, and off the hands of Dusick and out of bounds. Good defense by Maston. Try and double team and trap at any chance they get now.
Milton to the rack again. Jones for 3 off the iron. Grove comes up with the basketball. Tied up by Sasser. South Salem ball. A 9-point margin with 1 minute 17 seconds to go. The Sprague Olympians are going to finish out the regular season on their home court with a victory.
Well, and a big win for them if they can hold on to this lead, and it's 9 points with a minute or so to go.
Little jump hook by Dusick again.
And now all it'll take is to win one of those last 2 games on the road, and they'll be in the playoffs. Maston slips around the double team, gets hammered, and he'll go to the line for a couple.
Adam Maston has played the entire ball game tonight. And as you mentioned, Jeff, this Sprague Olympian team, they know what their roles are. They know who their leader is. They know if they stay alert, if they cut to the hoop, Adam Maston is going to get them the basketball.
Well, and part of that is Maston's ability and willingness to pass the basketball and find his teammates when they're open. It's a whole lot easier to make those backdoor cuts time and time again if you're going to get the basketball once in a while than if your big star is always going to pass you up on that shot and take it himself. So Maston has really done a good job of bringing this team together around his talents, and they're a good ball club.
Timeout with 56 seconds to go. Our score is Sprague 60, South Salem 52. Once again, Sprague contending for that fourth and final playoff spot. They're 9-6 right now. South Salem coming in tonight was 8-7. And Sprague Olympians, if they can win one of their remaining 2 games on the road, will get another opportunity to be in the state playoffs. And let's take a look at Milton's last drive.
So this is the 3rd time this quarter that Milton has gotten the ball on the wing and taken it hard to the hoop. A nice easy layup. After he beat the first defender, nobody switched over to pick him up, and he takes it in to give, at that point, Sprague gave them a 9-point lead.
Glad you could join us on CCTV. High school basketball is just a great athletic event. If you haven't been out to the gym in a while, still a couple of games left, so go out to your local high school and take in one of these basketball games.
Well, of course, the folks in Salem don't get much of a chance to see the Silverton High School team, but an unfortunate story out there with a young fella, Brett Davison, who was a 4-year starter out there, and just before his last game of the season got injured and didn't get a chance to go for the school's all-time scoring record.
DeFries for 3, misses. But there is Dusick with the putback, pulls it out of his hip again. Timeout for the Saxons with 42 seconds to go. Our score, Sprague 61 and South Salem 54.
Well, South Salem's going to have to foul as soon as that ball comes in bounds, and I don't think they can afford any more 2-point baskets now. It's all going to be from 3-point land. Let's take a look at that last play. And South Salem, nice job, nice pick by Dusick to free up DeFries. The shot's no good there. Dusick hustling in for the rebound and the layup.
The South Salem Saxons with a major challenge on their hands. 42 seconds to go. They're down by 7, and they're playing the Sprague Olympians, who probably the most patient team in the Valley League. They handle the basketball well, and with Adam Maston running the show, it's going to be very difficult for the Saxons to get back in this ball game.
Well, Maston is the trigger man. He's the one who's going to bring the ball in bounds. So the key for South Salem, once that ball gets in bounds, is not let Maston get it back in his hands. And you know that Sprague, well, and now they've switched. Now look, Milton is going to inbound the basketball, and they know that Maston's got to have the ball in his hands for this last 42 seconds.
Chris Harris guarding Maston.
And there's the ball in his hands.
South Salem wasn't paying attention. They had an opportunity. They should have fouled Peterson.
Well, Sprague did a nice job there. They actually used Maston almost as a decoy, and he rolled off to the offside of the basket there, and 2 South Salem players went with him, leaving Peterson wide open. And you're right, they could have fouled Peterson right away. Maston had the presence of mind to swing back around and beat the South Salem players over there and get the ball in his hands before they had a chance to foul Peterson.
Both teams in the double bonus, so 2 shots for Adam Maston. Maston will be heading for Oregon State University to play basketball next season. Gets that kind of funny look on his face when he misses a free throw. I don't think he expects that.
Well, it's ironic that you talk about Oregon State and he misses a free throw. And he misses 2 free throws.
DeFries off the iron this time. Murphy with the rebound. He's fouled immediately. The Sprague Olympians are going to win tonight's basketball game and improve their record to 10-6 in league play. South Salem will fall to 8 wins and 8 losses. Murphy has contributed too, and I think in the second half, as you mentioned, Jeff, a lot of players for Sprague have really come in and done the job.
Well, Murphy right now, I've got him for unofficially 4 points in the ball game. That's 5 for him. but he's played good D. He's handled the ball very well, and he's gotten, you know, at least a handful of rebounds out there. So, you know, again, a player who understands what he can do and plays within his abilities and does a good job of it.
Couple of free throws make it a 9-point lead with 22 seconds to go. Jones unable to convert. Ball knocked out of bounds, goes off to Freeze. And that's really been the way the ball's been bouncing this entire second half.
Peterson in for Cronin. Gets a good hand from the partisan crowd here.
Cronin has done a fine job, as have a number of the Sprague Olympians. Adam Maston will just dribble out the clock.
And gets a handshake from DeFries, and that's the ball game.
Our final score, the Sprague Olympians 63, the South Salem Saxons 54. Sprague wins the Battle of South Salem, defeating their longtime rivals, and they do it with some outstanding play from Adam Maston and a number of other players. We're going to be back right after these messages from our sponsors. Support for tonight's program is provided by South Salem Pizza Hut on Commercial Street Southeast. Pizza Hut, making it great again and again. By G.I. Joe's. G.I. Joe's, the sports and auto store with 2 convenient locations in Salem. Seize a weekend at G.I. Joe's. By Chemeketa Community College. Chemeketa offers a first-class education close to home. For any career goal, get your start at Chemeketa. And by Portland General Electric. PGE, the power to make a difference. Big win tonight for the Sprague Olympians. One of the keys, Tim Cronin for the Olympians. Tim, tied at halftime. Second half, it was really all Sprague. What was the difference?
I think our desire to win the game, I think that really pulled us through. The intensity out there, the hustle for loose balls, and just the all-around effort by the team.
First half, it was really Adam Maston controlling the ball game, making most of the shots. But in the second half, you had a lot of guys step up. Adam found them with some good passes.
Yeah, well, we've been working on a lot more contributions from the rest of the team, and Adam found us, and so put it in the basket.
Even got some fast break opportunities there.
Yeah, those are kind of rare lately, but it's nice to get out and run today.
You have some young players on this team, and they really made a nice contribution too.
Yeah, Kyle Grove and Ryan Peterson and Bill Swankut, they're all stepping it up really in the second half of the season, and well, it's, I don't know, bright future for next year.
Well, it looks like a bright future, but you still got a couple of more ball games to go, and I know you guys want to make the playoffs again this year.
Yeah, well, if we beat South Albany on Tuesday, then we'll be outright 4th place. So we will be in the playoffs, and that's our goal. That was our goal from the beginning of the season.
All right, congratulations. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Let's bring in Adam Maston. Adam, congratulations on tonight's ball game. South Salem really played you tough in that first half, but the second half, you're able to pull away, and I think a lot of it was a lot of the other guys stepped up and made some hoops for you.
Definitely. First half, we weren't real fluid. We're kind of looking for some other people to get the ball and take it. Second half, we had some guys step it up, take it to the hole, and finish. Our young guys played great today. Tim had a great game. Kyle Grove played well. Everyone had a good game today.
One guy who stepped up in that fourth quarter again, Joe Milton.
Oh yeah, Joe's been doing it all year long. Did it just a while back at McNary. He continues to help us out defensively, offensively when we need him.
The South Salem Saxons became a little frustrated there, and you guys just kept up the pressure on them, but still very patient, looking for those easy shots.
Yeah, we've had quite a few close games. Fortunately, not on Tuesday, but in the past we've had quite a few close games, and we've learned how to keep our composure down the stretch. If things aren't going our way, we'll maybe take it out, hold a little bit, get our composure, and go back at them.
Had to help, too, to be on your home court tonight.
Oh, definitely. Playing at South is tough. We got away with one over there, and coming here, playing in front of our great fans is fun.
All right, congratulations. Best of luck next week.
Thank you very much.
Adam Maston with the Sprague Olympians. Now let's bring in Coach Steve Maston. Coach, big win tonight for you. What were the keys in your mind?
Well, I thought, I knew it was going to be a tough game, and the kids knew it was going to be a tough game because both teams knew it was on the line tonight in terms of playoffs. And I think coming out in the second half, I think we played a little better defensively, and then we kind of settled down offensively a bit. I just think in the first half, offensively, we were a little bit out of sync, and did a much better job in the second half, getting a little bit of a lead and maintaining it. And I just thought the passing in the second half was really good, and we had a lot of guys pass the ball around and get assists, and I thought we got several easy baskets in the second half.
The scoring was very well distributed in that second half.
Right, and I don't know who all had the scoring, but I know that there were a lot of people who did. I know between the free throw line, and I know Joe Milton had a couple of really big lay-ins and penetrations down the lane, and that was one of our goals tonight. We felt like with the pressure that South Salem puts on a team that we were going to have to be aggressive and put the ball on the floor and go by the defense, and we had several guys step up and do that tonight, and we needed that.
We've watched the Sprague Olympians play a couple times this year. Both times Joe Milton came alive in the fourth quarter. He did it again tonight.
Joe's a gamer. When the game's on the line, Joe seems to get a little extra boost of energy, and he did the same thing tonight. Had just a great penetration. I've been trying to get Joe to do a 2-foot jump stop in the lane all year long, be a little under control and have the opportunity to lay it up or shoot it, and had a great hop and a 2-foot jump stop and went up and hit the shot, and had some other plays also down the stretch. So yeah, Joe's a big-time player in the fourth quarter in particular.
Fine all-around ball game for Adam tonight. He shot the ball well. He passed the ball extremely well. You had him guarding their post player at times. Just a fantastic performance tonight.
I think he was. He always presses a little bit against South in the first half. I think he did maybe a little bit tonight, but I think once he did settle down, he did have a tremendous game, rebounding, distributing the ball as he does, and also scoring. And yeah, I agree. I think he had just a great all-around game.
Played the whole ball game too.
Well, you know, we need Adam to do that for us. You know, with the skills that he has, as long as he can do it and has enough gas, so we keep him in there. If he needs a rest, then we can get him out for a minute or so.
What's ahead next week?
We're at South Albany and at Crescent Valley, and you know, we lost to Crescent Valley here, and we beat South Albany in a real close game, which wasn't really decided until towards the end of the fourth quarter. So we have a tough week ahead of us. We certainly can help ourselves out in terms of the playoffs if we beat South Albany on Tuesday, but you know, it's going to take another tremendous effort like we had tonight.
Final comments on tonight's game?
Oh, it was just, I'm just proud of the guys after coming out and playing flat against North, and then also playing a team that's just, you know, hitting on all cylinders against North on Tuesday. You know, we talked about it, and the kids, I think, did a little soul searching and had two really intense practices leading up to this game, and then they came out and they executed and they performed, and so I'm proud of them for that, because you know, South Salem plays such great aggressive defense that it's hard to do that sometimes, and we did that tonight, and so I'm very proud of them, and hopefully it'll give us a little momentum going into next week and some confidence.
Congratulations. Best of luck next week.
Thank you, John.
Let's bring in Jeff Sugarman for some closing comments. Jeff, your thoughts on tonight's ball game?
Well, I think you heard it said already tonight. Sprague came out and they played with intensity and they played with a lot of heart. And, you know, Adam Matson, you expect that kind of game from him. We got a lot of help tonight. Milton came in with 14 points, including 8 in the fourth quarter. Cronin and Grove both within a basket of scoring double figures. So Maston had a lot of help tonight. He sure is a fine ball player, and I expect them to make it to the playoffs, and who knows, they could get to state.
Was an impressive performance for Maston, not only the scoring, but the passing and playing some tough defense as well.
Well, he's got the whole package, and that's why schools like Stanford and Oregon State really want to pick him up. I think he's going to have a good college career, but his high school career is not quite over yet.
Final comments on tonight's game?
Well, it was a great basketball game. Both teams played with a lot of spirit and a lot of intensity. I know that was a disappointing loss for South Salem. They played their hearts out. It's a tough gym to play in. And Sprague just tonight had just a little bit too much for him.
All right, a big win again for the Sprague Olympians as they battle for that fourth and final playoff spot, defeating South Salem tonight. Before we close, we'd like to thank a few people. First of all, thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to all the people here at Sprague High School for their assistance. Thanks to our CCTV crew for another great job tonight. And finally, thanks for watching Valley League Boys Basketball on Capital Community Television in Salem. I'm John Piper on behalf of Jeff Sugarman and the rest of our CCTV crew. Say goodnight from Sprague High School in Salem.